everyone. How are you feeling today? Welcome back to our lesson. So for today's lesson, we are going to go into Module 8B Reading entitled Installation Art. You can find this on page 118 and 119 of your textbook. So there are two learning objectives for today's lesson. The first one is Reading Skill 3.1.2, where you need to understand specific details and information in extended text on a wide range of familiar topics by choosing 6 correct answers. The next one will involve Reading Skill 3.1.3, where you need to guess the meaning of unfamiliar words from clues provided by other words and by context on a wide range of familiar topics by matching 10 words or phrases to their definition correctly. So let's head into our lesson. Before we begin, let's discuss the questions in A. First one, how often do you visit art galleries? Well, to be honest, I have never visited any art galleries before, but I'm planning to do so. Do you know any famous work of art? Yes, I do. One of them is, this is very famous, the painting of Mona Lisa, the Mona Lisa painting by Leonardo da Vinci. In case you're wondering, this is the artwork that I'm talking about.
Read. B. Read the text quickly and answer the question. Choose A, B, C or D. What is the purpose of this text?
Installation art. Think of the last time you visited an art gallery. Did any of the following cross your mind? If only art weren't so boring. I wish I hadn't come here. Paintings, paintings. If only artists would create something more exciting. Well, times are changing. A growing number of artists have chosen to challenge the traditional concept of art. They believe that artists should be permitted to express their creativity in any way they please, and they should have the opportunity to exhibit their works in all environments. This desire for artistic freedom gave rise to a form of art called installation art, which first became popular in the late 1960s. The primary goal of installation art is to change the viewer's perception of space by transforming the ordinary into something quite extraordinary. Installation artists use a wide range of materials to create their works, from sticks and foam to chairs and cars, but they also reject the traditional idea that art is only visual, and people who experience their artworks often have to use a variety of senses like hearing, touch and smell. In 2003, in the main hall of the Tate Modern in London, artist Olafur Eliasson installed a glowing sun and an enormous mirror on the ceiling. The room was also filled with a mist made of sugar and water. The installation was called The Weather Project, and if you had visited the Tate Modern at the time, you would have seen many visitors lying on the floor and looking up at their reflections on the ceiling. Sometimes, artists are asked to stage their installations in public areas. These are known as public art. The traffic light tree, in 1998, by French sculptor Pierre Vivant, is a famous example. This unusual tree-like structure stands 8 meters tall and features 75 sets of blinking traffic lights. The tree is situated in Canary Wharf, one of London's main financial centres, and its flashing lights are intended to represent the energy and rhythms of the surrounding area. Installation artists often use their works of art to convey a message. In 2009, Brazilian artist Nele Azevedo created an installation called Melting Men. The aim of the installation was to draw attention to the destructive impact of global warming on our environment. Melting Men consisted of 1,000 little men made of ice, which Azevedo placed sitting on the steps of a Berlin concert hall, only to be turned into a puddle a while later, their rapid disappearance serving as a warning to humanity. The Melting Men installation has since been exhibited in a number of cities, including Paris, Florence, Havana and Sao Paulo. Since 2006, anonymous artists in Melbourne, Australia have been delighting the locals with their imaginative crate man installations. As the name implies, crate men are figures made entirely from brightly coloured milk crates. These comical creations have appeared at various locations across the city. One was found fishing beside a creek, another was discovered climbing a fence, and one particularly impressive installation featured two crate men climbing a skyscraper. Like it or hate it, installation art is here to stay and will no doubt continue to surprise and entertain us for years to come.
So this is how the crate man artwork looks like. It looks like a man climbing a building, but it's actually made of milk crate. And this is the melting man. They are all made of ice, and look at some of them are already melting. And the traffic light tree, a group of traffic lights that looks like a tree. This is like a tree branch. And then the weather project. Actually, on top of here, it is actually a big, large mirror. If you want to know more about all of these artworks, you can just use your best friend Google to learn more about the artworks. Okay, now that we have read the text just now, and let's answer this first question. What is the purpose of this text? Is it A, to encourage the reader to take up art as a hobby, or B, to criticize the works of installation artists, or C, to show the pros and cons of installation art, or D, to educate the reader about installation art? Well, personally, when I've read the text just now, I became more aware and more educated about installation art, about what installation art is. So I don't think the answer is to encourage reader to take up art as a hobby, no. And neither to criticize the work. No, we're not here. We're not even professional to even criticize work. And to show the pros and cons of installation art, no, there's no pros and cons involved in the text, but more to educating the reader about installation art. Okay, now let's answer these questions in task C. What is the main purpose of installation art? Is it to make people see the world differently, or to confuse the viewer, or to encourage people to visit art galleries more often, or to encourage artists to be more creative? We can find the answer in paragraph 2. Here, in the second sentence, the primary goal of installation art is to change the viewer's perception of space by transforming the ordinary into something quite extraordinary. So it's not to confuse the viewer. It's not to encourage people to visit art galleries more often. It's not even to encourage artists to be more creative. They are already creative. So the most suitable answer is A. Next, number 2. What did visitors to the weather project at the Tate Modern do? Did they recreate different weather conditions? Or did they look at themselves in a huge mirror? Or did they lie on the floor and look at the sunlight on the ceiling? Or did they walk around drinking sugar and water? Okay, we're talking about the visitors here. What did the visitors here do in this area? We can find the answer in the third paragraph in this line. If you had visited the Tate Modern at that time, you would have seen many visitors lying on the floor and looking up at their reflection on the ceiling. So they did not recreate recreate the weather conditions. Yes, they did look at themselves in a huge mirror. And they also did not lie on the floor. They did lie on the floor, but they did not look at the sunlight on the ceiling. No, they did not look at the sunlight, but they look at themselves in a huge mirror, the reflection of themselves. So this is wrong. C, it can be quite tricky sometimes. And D, they did not walk around drinking sugar and water. Lagilah, salah. So the answer is B. Next, number 3. Why did Pierre Vivant create the traffic light tree? Was it to try and combine nature with city life? Or was it to show the effect of cars in the city center? Or was it to try and show how busy the area can be? Or was it to try and attract visitors from the surrounding area? You can find the answer in the fourth paragraph in the last sentence. The tree is situated in Canary Wharf on one of London's main financial centre. Main financial centre, main tau. This is the keyword main. Its flashing lights are intended to represent the energy and rhythms of the surrounding area. So it is not to try and combine nature with city life. And it is not to show the effect of cars in the city center. It is not to try and attract visitors from the surrounding area, but it is to try and show how busy the area can be. Right, the next one. What was the purpose of Azevedo's Melting Man? Is it to entertain people at the Berlin Concert Hall? Or is it to raise awareness of an environmental issue? Or is it to show how art isn't harmful to the environment? Or is it to prove that installations can be installed in various places? So you can find the answer in here. The aim of the installation was to draw attention to the destructive impact of global warming on our environment. So it wasn't to entertain people at the Berlin Concert Hall, and it wasn't to show how art isn't harmful to the environment, and it wasn't to prove that installation can be installed in various places, but it is more to raising awareness of an environmental issue. So the answer is B. Now let's look at the last one, number 5. Which statement isn't true about the crate men? Is it A, crate men are made of old crates that are used to carry milk? We don't know the artist who make them. C, you can find crate men in different places. D, people have started getting fed up with the appearances of crate men. So you can find the answer in here. The crate man figures made entirely from brightly colored milk crates. These comical creations have appeared at various locations across the city. And also here, anonymous artist. Anonymous artist meaning we don't know who's the artist of this crate man is. So basically, the person who created this artwork is unknown. Okay, let's try to answer this. So it is true that the crate men are made of old crates that are used to carry milk. And it is true that we don't know the artists who make them. It is also true that we can find the crate men in different places. So the statement that is not true is D. People have started getting fed up with the appearance of crate men. No. So these are the answers for task C. Let's do task D. Find words or phrases in the text and match them with the definitions below. So in paragraph 1, which phrases or words carries this meaning? Idea. Can you find the answer here? A growing number of artists have chosen to challenge the traditional concept of art, traditional idea of art. So the answer is concept. What about the third word or phrases that means allowed? They believe that artists should be permitted to express their creativity. Artists should be allowed to express their creativity. So the answer here is permitted. The third one, put in a public place for people to look at. You can find this in paragraph 1 as well. In a way that they please, and they should have the opportunity to exhibit their works in all environments. Exhibit means to show in public display for everyone to look. So this is exhibit. EXHIBIT. All right, now next word is strong wish. We can find this in paragraph 2. Let's just scan, right? The desire of artistic freedom gave rise. Okay, I found the word desire, strong wish. So this is desire, which means strong wish. The next word is any word that means change the form of something. In paragraph 2 as well, changing the form of something, mengubah bentuk sesuatu. Let's just scan, all right? Okay, to change the viewer's perception of space by transforming, okay, changing into form of something, transform the ordinary into something quite extraordinary. So the answer is transform. Transform, transform. Okay, the next word that should mean an image in a mirror or on a shiny surface in paragraph 3. I think this is probably a reflection, but let's just find the word. Can we find the word reflection in paragraph 3? Okay, find the word reflection. Okay, here's the word reflection. An image in a mirror or on a shiny surface is called reflection. reflection. Okay, what's the word in paragraph 4 that means located? Let's scan paragraph 4. Located. French structure, okay, the tree is situated or located in Canary Wharf. So the answer is situated. SITUATED, situated. What about the next one? In paragraph 5, any words that means make people notice? Realize? Aware? Let's scan paragraph 5. What convey a message? Okay. What was the meaning of the word just now? Make people notice, right? To make people notice. So the aim of the installation was to make people notice the destructive impact of global warming on our environment. So it carries the same meaning as draw attention to. So the phrase for number 8 is draw attention to. Draw attention to. Okay, this is not a word but a phrase instead. Right, number 9, a powerful effect in paragraph 5 as well. And then also people in general in paragraph 5. Destructive impact of global warming. So this word means a powerful effect. Impact means a powerful effect. Impact, IMPACT. What about the next one? People in general. Number 10, people in general. A scan, okay. Okay, people in general, right? Only to be turned into a puddle a while later. Their rapid disappearance serving as a warning to humanity, serving as a warning to people in general, to everyone, to the whole humanity, to the whole people in this world. So it is this word for number 10. So humanity, HUMANITA, means people in general. So there you go. This is the answer. Okay, take a screenshot. All right. Now, as usual, I want you to write down the answer for task C and task D in your E2 workbook. Okay, as usual, before 3 p.m. submit it in Google Classroom. And if you need more time, let me know. And thank you for your participation. I'll see you guys again next time. All the best and take care.